What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Boston Globe Sports Report. Plus, we're live here from Super Bowl 60 Radio Row, giving you some bonus content behind the scenes. I'm Ben Volin, joined now by Globe Patriots writer Chris Price. Chris, it's Friday morning, Friday afternoon. I don't know what time it is at this point. When we're filming this, the NFL awards were finally announced last night. Drake Maye did not win the MVP, but frankly, kind of a banner night overall for the Patriots, I'd say. Mike Vrabel wins Coach of the Year. Josh McDaniels, Assistant Coach of the Year. And then Adam Vinatieri made it into the Hall of Fame. So a good night for the Patriots. What was your reaction to how the awards unfolded?
I think it played out pretty much the way we all expected. Basically, Matthew Stafford winning a Lifetime Achievement Award. I think we're all very, very happy for him that he was able to take that. When you consider the history of MVPs and Super Bowls, maybe the flip side is if you're a Patriots fan, it's not such a bad thing because not a lot of Super Bowl winners have been MVPs over the course of the regular season, other than Mahomes, I think, a couple of years ago.
So, Mahomes in 22 is the only one this century who's done that.
Yeah, so, I mean, other than that, it was an expected evening. I think I would have been interested to see the voting breakdown for Comeback Player of the Year. I think Christian McCaffrey deserved it. I do think that Steph Diggs was maybe deserved to be a greater part of that conversation. But all in all, like you said, a pretty good night for the Patriots.
Yeah, definitely. So for transparency, I'm one of the 50 voters. It's definitely an honor to get to do. I voted for Drake Maye for MVP. Thought it was, frankly, not even a tough decision. I would agree with you. I think a lot of people gave Matthew Stafford the Lifetime Achievement Award. I talked to one voter who said that, the Stafford, the offense flowed through him with the Rams, whereas Maye was more of a caretaker. And my thought was you didn't really watch the Patriots then, because I did not at all think Maye was a caretaker this year. I thought all the analytics were in his favor. The only two things that I can think of and the team success too. Exactly. I mean, more wins, the division title. Matthew Stafford went 3-3 after Thanksgiving. He led the league in yards and touchdowns, and it's like, and it's, the whole story of 17th year, first-time award winner. But, I think they got it wrong. And what's wild is one guy, Sam Monson, formerly of Pro Football Focus, he voted for Herbert for first place. With that first place vote for Justin Herbert, if that went to Drake Maye, it probably cost Drake Maye the MVP.
Yeah, and I think that's a great conversation to have. And this is one of those conversations we're going to be having for an awfully long time when it comes to Drake Maye, provided he stays healthy over the course of his career. He's going to be on the short list. For me, it comes down to if you flipped Drake Maye and Matthew Stafford. If you gave Drake Maye Puka Nacua, then the numbers are very, very different. I think if Matthew Stafford is on the Patriots with that receiving core, I don't think his numbers are anywhere near where they would be this year. Devontae Adams, too, is part of that conversation as well.
And he's got Sean McVay, one of the best players. Yes. I couldn't agree more. I think that's a big argument in favor of Drake Maye. He did a lot more with less than Matthew Stafford. Not that the Patriots had a bad team, and Josh McDaniels obviously a tremendous coach. He won Assistant Coach of the Year, but no Pro Bowl teammates on offense for Drake Maye. He made stars out of his receivers this year, so I think he absolutely deserved the MVP. And yeah, the voter who put Justin Herbert first place probably cost Drake Maye the award. To your point, though, only one quarterback this century, Mahomes in 22, won the MVP and the Super Bowl in the same year. Same thing for Vrabel, though. Only one coach this century, Bill Belichick, in 2003, has won the Coach of the Year in the Super Bowl. So that not working in Vrabel's favor. The other thing I was surprised with, I voted for Travion Henderson for Offensive Rookie of the Year. Turns out I was the only one who gave him a first-place vote, which to me is very surprising. I thought he had a tremendous year, led the NFL in 50-yard touchdowns. He had 4 of them, was dynamic all season long, and really carried them during a good stretch of the season when Ramondre Stevenson struggled.
I am an apologist for Travion Henderson. I'll fully cop to that. Travion Henderson's one of my guys. I think he's a very special player. That being said, I don't know if he's the Offensive Rookie of the Year, at least in my book, for a couple of reasons, not the least of which he slowed down toward the end of the season. Look, this is a guy who's played almost 40 football games over the last 18 months or so when you go back to his time at Ohio State. So he had a great year. He had a great 3/4 of a season, but I don't know if I would quite put him in that conversation yet. However, I will say this, that before his career is over, he's going to win an Offensive Player of the Year award.
That's a bold take right there. All right, Chris Price, great stuff. Hey, before we go, let's get a prediction. Super Bowl 60, go.
I think New England finds a way to win this thing, just barely. I think the New England defense is playing at a level that's not going to allow Seattle to really execute on the offensive side of the ball. I like what JSN is able to do. I like a lot of what they're able to do on offense, but Milton Williams, Christian Gonzalez, Christian Barmore, that entire group up front. And it's important to note, Patriots are undefeated this year when Milton Williams and Christian Gonzalez are on the field at the same time. They've given up an average of 14.5 points per game in those contests. I think we're going to see the same thing on Sunday.
Give me a score.
17-14.
17-14. I'm in the same ballpark. I'm going to go 24-19 Patriots. I think it'll be a close game. It's funny, nationally, everyone's picking Seahawks. Locally, Boston, all the media seems to be leaning Patriots. Either we're giant homers or maybe we know something that everyone else doesn't. All right, he's Chris Price. I'm Ben Volin. Thanks for watching Boston Globe Sports Report Plus. We'll catch you guys later from Super Bowl 60.